What's good with y'all niggas, man? Welcome back to another reaction video. Now, I don't know if nigga is a cuss word, but I definitely used that mug in the first 3 seconds, though. But we back with another reaction. I ain't gonna lie, like I said in the other video, these motherfuckers starting to take off, man. Listen, once I start getting them tens and 20,000s and shit, because I done already hit the thousands already. So once I hit them tens and 20,000s, best believe ain't no looking back. And that's only a matter of time for real. All it is one video, change your whole life. No cap. Gonna be rich as hell, boy. But besides all the money and shit, nigga been wanting to do this shit for a minute anyway. This is about actually going to do this shit. But let me stop burning my motherfucking flippers out of it. Big Mike, apparently Big Mike. I think Big Mike Wooski brother. Oblock's Big Mike. I don't know who this is, but I'm pretty sure it's Wooski brother. Let's see. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow my other channels in the description. I got like 4 main channels, bro. You know what I'm saying? All different things. But I got a whole bunch of other channels, you know? So let's get to it.
In 2014, King Von faced murder charges, and his friend Big Mike turned against him. At the last moment, Big Mike decided not to testify and received a 28-year sentence. Now, he's about to be released, and we're here today to delve into the surprising new details of the case. Many have heard about King Von's murder case involving Malcolm Stuckey's death in 2014, but the full story was shrouded in mystery. For a long time, people believed that Von had brought Mike to a party to confront some rivals, and Stuckey got caught in the crossfire. However, it turns out that the real story, according to court documents and witness statements, is quite different. On May 29, 2014, a man named Maris Carpenter attended his friend CJ's birthday party, arriving around 10 o'clock in the morning. He found his best friend, Timothy Robinson, already there with some others, and they spent a few hours outside, enjoying themselves with drinks and smoking.
Thing is, how do these YouTube niggas be knowing all this shit, bro? Like, how do these niggas be knowing all this? You know what I'm saying? That's why I know I blew up. It's not too much you can search about me. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas make everything public. Half the shit they saying was probably, well, I know it's probably on the police report, but half the shit they saying, he probably done rapped about, said in the interview, say on the tweet 10 years ago. Niggas is goofy.
However, things took a dark turn when King Von arrived with a girl named Jasmine Mitchell. Although Von and CJ were friends, they had a long-standing feud with Carpenter and Robinson from the start. Carpenter
He
testified
reading
that
that
when
bitch
Von
right
and Jasmine arrived,
off the
Jasmine
affidavit.
flirted with Robinson while Von talked with CJ. Carpenter was about 5 feet away from Von and noticed that Von kept looking at him and then concealed something in his waistband under his shirt. After a while, Von left the party, and that's when Malcolm Stuckey showed up. Stuckey and Carpenter were close, and they were meeting because Carpenter was supposed to sell his car to Stuckey. The two were talking in the front yard for about 20 minutes. Then Robinson spotted King Von and Big Mike approaching Carpenter's location and shouted that they were the individuals they had problems with. Robinson rushed off the porch, and gunfire erupted. Carpenter felt a bullet hit his leg and ran to the side of the house. King Von was standing right in front of him and shot him in the face. Carpenter fell to the ground. According to a witness, Von then pursued Robinson and Stuckey, and he shot another person in the head. For a long time, people believed Malcolm Stuckey was an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire, but it now seems that King Von intentionally killed him. The reason for the dispute remains unclear, but witnesses say Von pointed at Stuckey and pulled the trigger. Big Mike, in his testimony, stated that Von left CJ's location and went to seek backup, with Mike joining him. They returned.
My thing is, right? If this is true, why isn't Vine locked up? Why did he get released? You know what I'm saying? If he caught this many bodies and all this shit, yet y'all saying the police write these reports when niggas die. You know what I'm saying? Witnesses. The witnesses, they police making all this shit up, gang. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to make a motherfucker out to be a fucked up individual for real, bro. Even though he be saying some of my bodies and shit, but y'all making that shit worse. Niggas just egging on to that shit for real. No fucking bap. Niggas just be egging on to that shit, bro.
Returned to the party, parked on a side street, and crossed a field to approach the house. When they came back around to the side of the house, Robinson spotted them and fled. Vaughn chased after Robinson to the front of the house and began firing shots. Mike saw Stuckey fall to the ground while Vaughn continued to pursue Carpenter. Robinson was still running, so Mike followed him and
Here's one thing you need to
These niggas be criminals.
he had hit Robinson since Robinson was limping. Mike then returned to the car and waited for Vaughn. He heard more gunshots, and when Vaughn came around the back of the house, he stopped by a man lying on the ground and shot him 2 more times. CJ's mother, Dender Jones, testified that Vaughn and CJ had been friends since childhood. She recalled that on that day, Vaughn came inside the house, and she expressed her happiness at seeing him while urging him to avoid trouble, saying, "I don't want any problems, stay safe."
So this nigga like Bishop from Juice. Vaughn like Bishop from Juice. You know what's crazy? THF Zoo. My bad. I'm up here high as hell. THF Zoo. Big Bay Zoo. Big Baby. This nigga put like Bishop for Juice in his motherfucking Instagram at one point. It was like Bishop from Juice. Why the fuck would you want to be Bishop from Juice? These niggas. Wow.
She was in
Back
the
door
middle of
slime.
preparing food for the party when she heard gunshots and took cover. When she ventured outside, she saw Stuckey dead in the front yard and Carpenter crawling across the street, bleeding. Vaughn and Big Mike left the scene, and Mike disposed of his gun in a nearby lake later that day. However, a couple of months later, the police arrested him. Before his trial began, Big Mike provided a statement, even though his legal team had tried to have his interview suppressed, claiming he was pressured into giving it. The judge ultimately denied the motion. The jury had the opportunity to witness the
So this
events
nigga
that
ratted?
occurred at the police station.
So he ratted.
Here's how it unfolded. On July 20th, the police brought Big Mike into a small, windowless room with a bench attached to the wall.
This
Later,
nigga
a
ratted.
couple of detectives entered the room to read him his rights, and Big Mike agreed to talk to them. He initially claimed to have no knowledge of the shooting, so the detectives left, and he was left on a small mat on the floor. The next day, the detectives returned, and one named Murray informed Mike that Vaughn was being booked because people at the party had identified him. This surprised Mike, and he asked if Vaughn knew the individuals at the party. When Murray confirmed this, Mike expressed his lack of awareness about these details. A few hours later, Murray and another detective named Holleran returned to the room. Holleran straightforwardly told Mike that he was going to jail and would violate his parole. He emphasized that if the case went to trial, Vaughn would try to protect himself by testifying, so Mike should speak up first and share what had happened. Mike, who was already on parole when the shooting occurred, was informed by Holleran that he was under arrest for murder and his parole would be revoked. The detectives left the room to give Mike time to consider the situation. About an hour later, they returned, and Holleran stated that Mike was in a difficult situation. They pressured Mike to cooperate and testify against Vaughn before Vaughn could implicate him. Holleran emphasized the seriousness of Mike's potential sentence if he
So I
didn't
think
cooperate.
this why he wrote that one song. I forgot. It's called "Why You Tell, Why You Snitch." I think that's about this nigga. Don't give me the line though. I'm pretty sure it's about this nigga.
Mike acknowledged that even if it was Vaughn's plan
It's a
to
King
shoot
Von
up the
song like "Why
party,
You
he
Tell" or
would still
some
face
shit.
jail time. The detectives mentioned that they couldn't make any promises but assured him that they would inform the judge about his cooperation. Mike even offered to provide information about a different murder case, and the detectives found humor in the situation, stating that they weren't on the show Let's Make a Deal. Ultimately, Mike disclosed all the details. He was supposed to testify at trial but changed his mind and refused to cooperate with the prosecutors. Vaughn was eventually acquitted of Stuckey's murder, while Mike was convicted of aggravated battery with a firearm and sentenced to 28 years. Interestingly, if Mike had never cooperated, he might have avoided conviction and potentially walked free around the same time as Vaughn.
Facts.
He was charged only with aggravated battery with a firearm, describing how he had fired at Robinson, who appeared to be limping. This information was crucial in Mike's conviction. However, he was released early because his legal team filed an appeal, arguing that the police couldn't prove Robinson had been injured during the shooting. Robinson didn't testify during the trial, and the state didn't present any evidence of his injuries. Mike is finally getting released after being incarcerated since 2014, but the outcome of his future remains uncertain.
That nigga said 11 years in the title, nigga. Bitch, it's 2023. You talking about 2014? That's 9 years, gang. They be doing that clickbait shit. I ain't gonna lie, I be doing the same thing. That shit crazy as fuck.
Cooperated. Vaughn referenced Mike in a track and hinted at potential retribution. Vaughn also mentioned how others had acted differently lately, possibly due to his success and his involvement with someone's significant other. He expressed his disapproval of snitching and noted that someone had informed on him before, receiving a longer sentence. Vaughn's lyrics also alluded to another witness being killed. The situation remains unclear, and the track raises questions about being killed. Longer sentence. Vaughn's lyrics also alluded to
he talking about lyrics. These niggas be believing these songs, bro.
Another witness being killed. The situation remains unclear, and the track raises questions about the future developments in this ongoing story. Release it. They placed that hold on me. One of the most astonishing aspects of Big Mike's story is the connection with his brother Wooski, who happened
I knew
to
that was
be one of
Wooski brother.
Vaughn's most prominent rivals. Wooski grew up in the same neighborhood as Big Mike on Old Block. However, he later started associating with individuals from the St. Lawrence EBT set, like FBG Duck and Tuka. Initially, Wooski stayed out of the ongoing beef between Old Block and St. Lawrence EBT. He continued living in Old Block without taking sides. However, everything changed when he was allegedly involved in the killing of a member of a rival gang known as the BDs. A significant altercation erupted between Old Block and St. Lawrence EBT, culminating in the tragic shooting death of Rezi. Due to the escalating danger in Old Block, Wooski had to relocate to the St. Lawrence EBT territory for his...
This nigga learned this shit from interviews. Hey, one thing I am gonna say though, these niggas be behind this motherfucking computer, no face to match they voice. Then they change their voice so they don't sound like them. This is the fucking police, bro. Like, this is 12. Like, who else would this be? This is the police. This the law, whatever you want to call it. The Johnnies, the Rollers, whatever. That's what the fuck these niggas is. Not these niggas on the screen, but the niggas that own channels like this. That shit federal. I ain't fuck with no federal shit. Hey, listen, I'm done with this video. Make sure y'all need to like, comment, subscribe, follow my Instagram in the description, follow my other channel, my second channel or my first channel, whichever page is going on, or my third channel, shit, whichever page is going on. Yeah, we on the road to motherfucking 10K. Let's get it. They gonna hit that 10K soon though.